I typically have my eyes and ears open for inspiration on a topic that I can present to you that inspired me, and hopefully if I'm inspired, if I'm excited about a video or topic, I can pass that along to you. Well, I haven't seen or heard a whole bunch of rookie card discussion this past week. It's been a slow week for me. One thing that did trigger me was the NBA Finals. Now, I don't have all of the different stream services. I have maybe two or three streaming services. My main one is Fubo. And a little irritated with how the NBA has distributed these games throughout all the different streaming services. Really, really difficult to catch and follow the games, and has left me rather salty about it. And I got hyped up about a game 7 last weekend, and it was an absolute blowout. It was just a very boring game. And here recently, I've been trying to follow it online and picking up videos on the topic. And I'm starting to notice that I'm a little irritated with OKC because it seems like every time this guy, SGA, right? Shea Gilgis Alexander, as we know him, um, it seems like he gets a foul for like everything. And I was talking to some friends at work, and they're salty about the same thing. It seems like if you get 2 feet near this kid, they call a foul. It's like if you run past him and your wind hits him, it's a foul. It's like if your shadow overcast him as a person, they call a foul. That's how ridiculous it is. And I know I'm being hyperbolic, but I found some inspiration because I typically have a note open in my phone or here at home in my computer. And anytime I get inspiration, I like to write some notes down. And since I was like looking for a topic, I came across a question that I wanted to make a video on it, and I hadn't gotten around to it yet. But it was specifically about Chet Holmgren, the center for OKC. And I figured, what a more perfect time to bring up this topic about Chet Holmgren, and what a opportune time to make a video on him. Here is the question that one of my viewers brought to the table. The question comes from Nano's Life of Hobbies, and he says, another good video, my brother. I have a question that could possibly be a good video for you as well. Based on how you do your due diligence on true rookie cards, how would you go about determining Chet Holmgren's rookie card? He didn't get to play his first season due to injury. So his second season, which was last season, was considered his rookie season and was in the rookie voting for Rookie of the Year with Victor Wembanyama. His cards in year 2 don't have the typical RC logo, but I kept his base NBA hoops card because I consider it his real rookie season, even though the card doesn't have the RC logo. I actually gave my son the first season RC logo version because I didn't consider it his true rookie card based on your evaluations. So I would really love to hear your thoughts on his rookie card, or any player in the situation like this, where they don't have the RC logo, and how the second cards would be looked at when people determine what they would pay for them. This might be kind of the same scenario like the soccer player you went over. Thanks again. Well, that's a great question brought to us by Nano's Life of Hobbies, and that is going to be the topic of today's video. You ready? Then let's do it. Well, hey, hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Yes, today we are talking about Chet Holmgren, center for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, Chet Holmgren was drafted in the 2022 draft. He was the second pick overall in the first round, with no one higher besides the number one overall pick, Pablo Banchero, that year. Unfortunately, in August of 2022, in a preseason game while he was guarding LeBron James, ironically, he ended up having a injury to his right foot that caused him to need surgery, which caused him to miss the entire 2022-23 season, which was supposed to be his rookie season. Chet made his NBA debut on October 25th, 2023, and rivaled Victor Wembanyama as Rookie of the Year. Chet played in all 82 games that season, and unfortunately, this season, the 2024-25 campaign, also ended up getting an injury. He missed 52 games this year with a right fracture to his pelvic area. Some questions about his rookie season being that he did not play, and typically in the system that I use, the rule of thumb is that a player does not officially become a rookie until he makes a pro roster spot and he debuts in a pro level game. But let's look at this. Let's look at my response to Nano's question, and then we'll pick it up from there. Here's my response. What a great question and a great idea for a video. I might do one on the topic if I find that there is interest in it. Well, as the saying goes, there are exceptions to every rule. A medical injury may fit into this equation. He did not hold a roster spot for the 2022-23 season, which is the year he was drafted. But doing a little bit of research on the topic, one can say, although he was injured, he was a part of the total team chemistry. Reports indicate his daily regimen was learning his teammates, studying film, and lifting weights. Then he would head to rehab and back to the stadium to sit in on practice. As far as his rookie cards go, I'm going to chew on this one. Great question. Thanks again. So I just wanted to share with you my thoughts as I dove into this a little bit more and really reconsidered everything on the table. First, I want to say is that typically that type of rule really applies to the baseball side of the equation, because baseball, there has always been that draft picks do not go directly to the MLB. They basically get sent down to the minor league system. And in that minor league system, because these baseball players get drafted at a really young age, they have several seasons there of grooming and preparing them for the big leagues. And so back in the old days, what was happening was as soon as they were drafted, they were entering them into sets and calling them rookies. And that's when the MLB stepped in and said, oh, no, you cannot make a rookie card until these guys actually make it to the dance. But the same principles can apply into basketball, because now we have a G League, right? So now when players get drafted and the team feels like they're not ready, they typically send them on a different assignment into the G Leagues, which and if they progress, then they bring them up. And I like that concept. I think it makes sense to throw most of the time, when you throw an 18-year-old player into the NBA, they're not ready, right? It's not every time. There are exceptions to the rules where a player does elevate, Kobe Bryant, for one, right out of high school, straight into the NBA, and he dominated. But those are rare birds indeed. But here we have with Chet Holmgren, he wasn't sent down to the G League. They kind of kept him around, and he rehabbed with the team, and they kind of made him part of the grooming and of team chemistry, and they kind of kept him around, although he didn't have a playing roster spot. It's a tough situation. There are exceptions to every rule, I have to say, and this is an oddball situation. Most rookies, do not get injured this quickly, but it seems like Chet here has has problems staying healthy, and I don't know what that's going to mean long term for him. But I wish him nothing but the best. As far as calling his 2023-24 rookie cards, I think that's a stretch. I think keeping his 2022-23 as rookie cards, I think makes more sense on the grand scheme of things. I don't, and I've said many times, I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. I'm just here to make sense of the wheel, to bring clarity into certain situations. And I do think that keeping his 2022-23 as the rookie cards with the RC logos is the right move here. And I also believe, if there was a little bit more pushback from the hobby, if there was a little bit more overall consensus that his 2023-24 should be considered the rookie cards, then I would make a case even for that. But to be honest with you, as far as my comfort level of calling the 23-24s rookie cards are, I don't feel comfortable with it. I really don't. I think it can go either way, man. When you're looking at the standards, right, and you're looking at and you want to be technical about things, hey, man, if you want to collect his 23-24s and consider them rookie cards, more power to you. But as for me and my comfort level on this unique situation, I'm going to stick with the 2022-23s, the ones who are officially branded with the RC logo, and where the overall consensus kind of feels that is the case. And I guess I'm citing on the side of caution. And but hey, man, it's a hobby, right? And you can take it either way. Just a very challenging, unique situation with his injury just prior to the season starting. With that said, I hope that really answers your question, Nano. Thank you for sharing. Hey, well, listen, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I would love to know what your opinion is of the Chet Holmgren situation here. I would love to know kind of where do you stand with it? What's your take on it? I think there's no wrong answer here. So let me know in the comments down below. Like always, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your feedback. Please, if you have any questions or you want to get a second opinion, or you just, this type of stuff, I love this kind of stuff. So don't hesitate to leave me a question down in the comments, or you can reach out to me directly through any of the social media platforms. With that said, as always, I appreciate you. And remember, my friends, that not all rookie cards are created equal.
This card is so smoking hot right now, and will be forever, because it is now being recognized as the true Jordan rookie from 1985.
Bullshit.
Until next time, buenos nachos, muchachos.